Alright, in this video I want to start setting up the system. Well, even though it's already kind of done. So pretty much this drawer right here contains the code 1234 that started as locked. What I want to have happen, we press play, walk up, the drawer on top, as you can see it opens when I back into that little trigger there. So we want to have it so this opens, and inside there is a piece of paper that contains a code which will be the code that unlocks this drawer down here. So then once we figure that code out, we can walk up to this, open it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and open it, grab the key, and then open this door, which we need to have. We don't need a key for that. Start it locked. We need to have the linked key be set to that. So then, go through 1, 2, 3, 4, pick up the key, and the door opens. So what we're going to do is model up that piece of paper. We're going to make our own collision volume for it so we can easily grab it and go from there. So we know it's going to have to fit inside the drawer. So let's bring up our drawer. Let's see. I think I'm doing it in here. No, I'm not. Let me find that prod. Actually, I could probably do it right through here. Yep, there it is. Oh, it's on my desktop. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just hide what I don't really need. I'm just going to remove view, the drawer, keep the base, and make a piece of paper. So, obviously, piece of paper, it's going to be a plane, but I want it to have two sides. Let's do a cube and make it extremely thin, but for starters, let's bump up, set the origin like that. Scale it down a good bit, especially on the Z. Make it very thin. Okay. Actually, instead, I want to have the drawer be what's visible. Let's set the scale. And move it into the drawer. So we can scale it up about like so. And that'll be a decent size, so then we just have to pretty much have text on the paper. So I'm just going to leave it as a flat sheet. Let's actually make it a little wider. I'd say that's good. Okay, so I can rehide the drawer, reset the location, so it should be perfectly right on top, which it is. Set the scale. Okay, now this should create the collision for us automatically since it's a cube, so that's not really too big of an issue. I'll leave that like so. Go ahead and we want to unwrap. Because it's a cube, we can just be lazy and do UV project, which, as you can see, fills out everything as it's supposed to. So we're good to go there. Let's file and actually give it a material. M underscore paper code. Let's export this out as FBX. Be the paper code. And bring that into. Actually, I can probably be lazy and just do armor paint and paint it right on. I haven't used armor paint in a very long time. Where's import mesh? There it is. Paper code. Oh, there it is. We can draw on it like so. Text. So let's so I think we can just alter the material directly. No, I would have thought that would have. Okay, so it's not quite like I was thinking. So anyways, let's make this black. So here we have that. Okay, so that moves the light. Sorry, it's been a very long time. Okay, so let's change the text up. Speaking of which, how in the world? There it is. Let's do 2, 3, 8, 9. Let's bump the size up. It's just on the X. I want to have a missing digit somewhere in the center. Okay, that's not quite obvious enough. Let's do 2 more spaces like so. Okay, you are going all the way through. Why are you going all the way through? You just need to be 1. Let's see. Unless it's drawing. How can I view the UVs? Yeah, because I don't know why it's printing all the way through. Oh well. When in doubt, I'll be lazy and go to Marmoset. And there's our paper. Got the material. Let's go ahead and just give it a... Is there any paper? Yeah. Let's dry planer and scale it on up. Oops. Alright, so there's the paper. Add a new layer. I think there was a tool or a brush or something like that for text. That I do not remember though. Oh well. So I'm pretty much just gonna freehand this one. So let's go to the top. And let's do... Actually, I need to set the brush. Pretty much black, but not all the way black. Okay. Let's do 1, 2, 5. Let's do 7, 9. I'd say that's okay. And we can pretty much export these on out. Do 1024. Need to make a new folder. Escape room tutorial. Let's do paper. What I call this? Paper what? Paper code. Export everything else out. Export out. And here we have our textures. Add a new folder and a geometry. Again, this will be available in the description. Import. Make sure the collisions are okay, which it is. Now let's bring in the materials. Open up the mix map, uncheck sRGB. Open up the material. Drag all 3 in. and link them up. So base color to base, normal to normal, red to occlusion, green to roughness, and blue to metallic. Save it. And here is our piece of paper. Okay. Now that we have that, we can actually change the mesh for the key mesh. And we can, let's see, I don't want it to be a key, I want it to be an item, so now we have a use for this blueprint item. Let's click on the mesh, change it to our paper code, reset the scale, that way it scales back to 1. And let's drag this code right here. So I want that code to be in this drawer. So link stored item, all we have to do is select it as that code there. This drawer down here has the key in it. So we have this set as, for now, just 12579. I have a space open for a reason, so 12579 is the code. Okay. Gotta delete that one. Move this forward. So, walk into this. We have our piece of paper inside. Pick it up. And I found a slight bug. So that is going to bring it up as a held item. Oh, wait, no, I'm being stupid. For some reason I was thinking it was like an inventory. So we pick it up. Here's our item. We can bring it in closer. Hold our right mouse button to move it around like so. I am terrible at this. Anyways, we can easily see that it's 12579. So, figure that out. Come down here, access that door, 12579. We get access to our cube, which is our key, in which case we can open the door. So we have all that working. Great. I want to change out how it attaches to that the socket there. So I'm going to open up the drawer, go to our mesh, find the socket. We're going to add a preview asset, and that's going to be our paper code. That is really sensitive. We're going to flip this onto its back, like so. So really, you can have this all the way down near the bottom if you wanted. And drag it kind of a little towards the back. And just give it a little rotation. So if you look at the physics asset, we should be okay to do that. Yes, we are good. So we can have it all the way against the bottom if we really wanted to. So now it should appear properly, like so. We can pick it up. 12579. Drop it. 12579. Get the key. And we can open the door. And yay, we are done. Okay, so we have a good bit done. Go ahead, close, I really don't need that in there. Save view. Let me set this up real quick. So paper code. There's the textures and there's the mesh. Okay. So I'm just gonna set that so I can upload it later. We know we are good to go. Now we can add a couple other things, like for example this setup. What I want to do is move it out of the way. I want to hide our mesh, so pretty much just get rid of the mesh itself. We're going to clear it. And then we can set up some other items in here that we can use to pick up and drop into that trigger. So to kind of hold the mesh open. So what I mean by that, for example, is I can grab this, I can change it to the cube, for example. Let's scale this back down to 0.2 and duplicate it. And we can see Do not know why. Wait, I duplicated the mesh. Never mind. Duplicate the blueprint. Select the mesh. We've gone out of physics. We know that this, we can check the weight. Now let's set this to 80 and 80 for the weight. We know this. I can click it. Our, let's see. Do we have anything to set the weight? We do not yet. So let's check our door percentage. So percentage equals weight. And we call it from, where's our trigger? We're checking the weight of 150. So we're going to have to set up eventually something to get the weight, but that can be done later. So we know we will be able to open the drawer fully once we have both of these in there. So if that's at 150, what's 150 divided by 2? 75. So we're going to set the weight in kilos to 75. And now our gameplay is, as you can see, we can walk back around. Somewhere back here there is a, right in that area. So we can pick up this guy. Right there, it's partially open. You can see there's a code in there. We can probably put it all the way in the back to force you to open it, and then we can put it the rest of the way. Now the door is 100% open. We now have our code. We can rotate it. Go ahead and just set it down right about there. If we want to close that drawer, we can just move these items out of the way. 12579. We entered the wrong one. That still works. Okay, and we have our key. Okay, cool. So I am so far pretty satisfied. So I want to go ahead and end the video there. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to, obviously my Discord's linked down in the description below. And if you're interested in a Team Deathmatch series, I have a Team Deathmatch series on my Patreon that is linked down in the description, where we create Team Deathmatch on Unreal Engine with C++. We have a bunch of other features in there like weapon customization and Call of Duty-like spawning. And same thing goes, you get early access to all of my videos, such as this one. If you have any, well, I already said if you have any questions, but anyways, if you like what cannot speak. I will see you in the next video.